Alright, y'all, look, I've been seeing videos like this on the recommended for a very long time. I'm talking years, like back before I even started creating content. So we're going to do something a little new here, something like a little challenge. I mean, it's not new to the internet, but it's new to us. It's new to me. So, welcome. Thank y'all for all the constant support, man. We're going to be watching female comedians until we laugh. And I'm going to be extra critical with this one, alright? We're not giving out any pity laughs around here. So without further ado, man, if you like the video, like the video. If you like the vibe, subscribe. At issues.tm_on Instagram, issues.door.com, and we'll toss some fire pieces. And let's get straight into it.
Jen Kirkman, let her hear it!
Hello! Oh my God, you've waited so patiently for me. Thank
Almost
you.
laughed already. What
I know you're like, why is a model doing stand-up? But no, don't laugh that hard at that. That's very rude. You should be like, I know, why is one? But you're clearly a-holes. I did that joke. I did that joke once, and someone came up to me who was a model. She was very confused. I don't know why she was in a comedy club. And she was like, you're not a model. And I'm like, I know. And she's like, oh, okay, because I don't get that joke. I'm like, the joke is that I'm not a model. And she's like, oh, it makes people sad. So, I'm not here to make you guys sad tonight. I don't know why I'm standing in one spot like someone's holding me hostage. I apologize. I'm gonna strut a little bit. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is for TV. Keep it tight. Okay, you guys, I'll tell you a bit about myself. I'm engaged. Thank you. Oh, yes. Yes. To a man, yes. I don't know. You never know. I'm a female comedian in a vest. Could be possible.
I feel that one. That was a good
I don't know
one.
why people think that every female comic is a lesbian, because first of all, I know a million female comics. None of them are lesbians. Every lesbian I know, I don't even think they have a job. Every lesbian I know, that's what they do for a living. I'm like, what do you do for a living? They're like, I'm a lesbian. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I think it's its own job description. But
yeah, the LGBT on her head, bro.
I feel guilty getting married because gay people aren't allowed to, but I really wish that they could just let the gays get married already. And I'm not. Well, wait a minute.
Yo, what year was this? 14 years ago, yeah. In the big 2024, she knows better. Trust me.
Into my time. I don't know. I don't say that for, I'm not a political comic. The reason I say it is because I'm so sick of all the gay people I know complaining about it. I just want, because it's like, it's always the least likely gay guy you know to get married that is complaining that he can't get married, right? It's like the big nerd who's going to the leather bar at 3 in the morning, and I'm like, oh really? That guy that you're, I don't know what you're doing with him, something with a hood and a zipper. That guy. You want to take him home for Christmas? You want to register for China with that guy and the man is stopping you? Don't worry about it. If it's legal, you're still going to be at the same thing at 3 a.m. downtown. But, which is fine. I support that too. I support everything, but just don't complain to me because I have very little time. I am mad at Barack Obama, President Obama, for not, listen, I know he's busy, and everyone says to me, he's busy. He can't make gay marriage legal right this second. I know that. But he can at least say, I support the gays. He has 2 seconds to say, I support the gays. And let's say he doesn't have 2 seconds. Let's say he's so busy. Then you know what? That dog he spent 2 weeks naming, he could have named the dog, I support the gays. Right? So then when they're like, Obama, what's the name of your dog? I support the gays. He could keep saying it. Then his kids would be on the White House lawn. I support the gays. Where are you? I support the gays. And it would get into our minds, and we would finally calm down and let gay people and beautiful single white women like me get married. I don't know why I said white. That was weird. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. I always say single because I have an inner fat person talking to me. Or an outer, whichever you want to think. Oh, God. But anyway, so my fiance and I are getting married, but we don't want kids. Which I know you're like, that's weird. You don't want to pass that DNA to... Oh, good. Oh, God, thank you. Okay, good. Why carry on this world? You know what I mean? But everyone says the same thing to me, except for you guys. Everyone else says the same thing to me. Oh, you're young. You'll change your mind. Which I find very rude because, first of all, I look younger than I am. So I'm old enough to know that I will not change my mind. And I'm not going to tell my age on TV, but I will give you a hint. Someone my age in colonial times would be dead by now. Oh. Probably from childbirth. I'm just not maternal at all. If my daughter couldn't sleep in the middle of the night, and she was like, Mommy, there's a monster under my bed. I'd be like, of course there is, honey. That's why I'm not coming in. Are you nuts? And people always say to me, you know what, that's really selfish that you don't want children. That's really selfish. I'm like, oh, really? Going to the American Girl store every Saturday, that's saving the world? I'm very busy thinking about giving to charity. Thank you very much. But don't get me wrong, I'm not like, listen, I actually am very womanly. I have instincts. Like, it's not that I don't want kids, I just don't want to be a mom. Like, I could be a dad. I could easily be a dad.
Nah, yeah, being a dad kind of lit.
I could lay on the couch and have my kid come up to me for the first time when they're 5 years old and go, Dad, can I go outside? I go, oh, no, ask your mother. Like, that I can do.
Not gonna lie.
I'd be amazing
That was
at
kind of
that.
fun.
Thank you. Here's the thing is like, I used to try to come up with all these reasons why I didn't want kids. Oh, it's a tough world. Who cares? This is the real reason. I'm selfish and I don't want to gain weight. And the third thing is that when I was growing up, first of all, every TV show now is like, I have 90 million kids. Let's see what happens. I don't like any of that stuff. When I was growing up in the 80s, hint at my age, sort of, I'm lying, 70s. When I was growing up, every TV show was about adults getting laid and hanging out at a bar. Every TV show.
Actually
And then
true.
the network executives got nervous and they brought in a kid, some toddler, some baby, because they thought the show might be canceled. And then guess what happened if they brought in the baby? The show got canceled. I don't want my life to get canceled, okay? I want to stay in like a season 3. We're like rolling at season 3 style in my life.
Season 3.
Oh, thank you for plotting. Horrible selfishness. So, all right, even though I have a man in my life, occasionally a lady needs to take things into her own hands. Masturbate is what I would like to talk about.
How did we get here, bro?
Oh, thank you for being supportive. Some crowds get grossed out when I talk about masturbation, and I have to tell them, women have been masturbating for about 5 years now. It's totally cool. We can talk about it. Let's be open. If you are grossed out when I'm talking about this subject, it's because you're picturing it, you know, and that is kind of a gross thing to picture. But you're probably picturing a guy doing it, because when a guy does it, it's like a garden hose out of control, like, you know. But a woman, it's cute. It's like ringing a doorbell. It's like, ding dong, right? Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. That's.
Chad, stand
oh,
up.
thank
Stand
you.
up.
But
I know
actually,
y'all niggas brick.
I have to confess, it's something I don't really do. First of all, I find it rude to do once you are engaged and live with someone.
Man.
It's like saying, you're okay, but I'd rather go think about other guys from my past. And you know what I mean? You don't want to do that.
Wow.
You don't want to go, what a great show you've put on for me. I'd like to rehearse in my room alone. You don't really want to do that. But whenever I have done this activity, which I won't say again for the sake of the television network,
Thank you.
masturbation, because I have, when I do that or when I don't, here's the problem. It doesn't come easy to me, and maybe other ladies relate to this, is that men are very lucky. Let me give you an example. You can look at a porn magazine of a naked woman, and you're like, and everything's done, right? And then you put your seatbelt on, you start the car, you get back on the highway,
And the whip.
go to work. You cannot show a lady a naked picture of a guy in a magazine. We're like, oh, do I know him? Oh, I don't know. Is there an article? Like, we don't know what's happening. We love naked men, preferably moving around in the dark. We just don't know what to do with a picture of it. We're like, oh, I don't know. It's like a horse calendar. We don't know what's happening. But
Moving around in the dark. I will
from
follow
my
that.
experience, what I need, and I don't know if other ladies relate to this, we need a story to think about when we're doing the thing. You know what I mean? Like something that has a beginning and a middle and an end. Like I'll give you one of my most recent sexual fantasies. Thank you. I'm walking down the street, I look real good, I run into an ex-boyfriend, he pushes me up against a wall and he looks at me and he says, you're right, I do need therapy. And that's a fantasy. That does it for me.
I get it. Because she told him he needs
But we
therapy.
really need this realistic beginning, middle, and end thing, or else we're not having any fun. And it's like we try, you know, we'll go to bed at night, I'll go to bed.
Her fantasy is that her ex-boyfriend presses her up against a wall and tells her that he's about to change and that he needs therapy. Y'all heard that? That was a big one. But the whole thing about that is that she has a fiance. So I mean, hey.
Bed at night, I treat myself right. I put on some candles, some music, I get ready to ding dong, you know, and then I can't think of anything. And then I'm in such a bad mood the next day, you know? And if you know anyone that's in a bad mood at work the next day, that's why they don't have a story. It's not just because they're a random bitch, they don't have a story. Don't talk to them about it at work because that's inappropriate, but just know that I'm telling you. And so a friend of mine said to me one time, why don't you just think of Johnny Depp? He's cute. I'm like, I just told you. I can't just randomly think of someone. It would have to be figured out. Well, how did I meet Johnny Depp? He lives in France. I don't have a visa. He's married. I don't want kids. I mean, it's a whole thing.
Johnny Depp lives in France?
I asked my fiance what he thinks about when he garden hoses, you know? And he goes, I don't know, boobs. I go, whose boobs? My boobs? He goes, sometimes. I go, could it be your grandmother's? Yeah, sure. Anybody, just boobs. I go, well, what are the boobs doing? Are they flying around? Are they on a whack-a-mole machine? Are they on an assembly line? What boobs? He just goes, boobs. That's what he thinks about. If I saw a penis just hanging out, you know, I'd be like, oh my God, let's call the cops. Somebody got their penis chopped off. Like, I wouldn't know what to do. You guys are awesome. Have a good night. Jen Kirkman.
I almost laughed out of pity, but I told y'all, no pity laughs, bro. We're being very critical. Roseanne makes her first live TV.
Oh, hi. I've been married for 13 years, and let me tell you, it's a thrill to be out of the house.
Oh, I get it.
I never get out of the house. I stay home all the time. I never do anything fun because I'm a housewife.
This is 85.
I hate that word, housewife. I prefer to be called domestic goddess.
I see it.
I feel it's more descriptive. And you know what I do all day. Yeah, you're right. I lay there on that couch eating those bonbons, watching those soap operas, and tuning into that Donahue show. There's a show you could really learn something from. I didn't even know it was possible to be a woman trapped in a man's body.
She just let the laugh sink
you learn,
in.
I guess. I live in the suburbs. I got a real nice 2-car garage with a house attached. It's just the best. I have a second career. I sell Stubby K Cosmetics. So you guys like impressions? Oh, okay. Oh, good, because I do them. Okay, I'd like to give you my impression of Miss Barbara Streisand. Well, I think she is very talented and seems like a nice person. Well, that's the impression I get.
I see it. No, she kind of funny, though.
I thought I'd point that out. Have you ever noticed that fat people don't think like skinny people? We have our own way of thinking. Like,
yeah?
did you ever ask a fat person for directions? Because that is when the difference in thinking really shows, you know. Because you go up to them on the street and ask them where something is, and they tell you like this. Well, go down here to Arby's. And go right past Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King. It's that chocolate brown building down there. It's a lot different. But it's good that I'm fat, though, because I'm a mom, and fat moms are better than skinny moms. Because what do you want when you're depressed? Some skinny mom? Well, why don't you jog around a while, and that'll release adrenaline in your blood, and you'll better cope with stress. Or some fat mom. Well, let's have pudding, Oreos, and marshmallows.
Nah, she got it, though. I ain't gonna lie. This lady's funny as shit.
When you wake up from that sugar coma, it'll be a brand new week.
I need brain rot. I don't know how long I could last.
So my name is Marina, it's not a great African name. Sorry. My sister got the African name. Her name is Naila, which means one who succeeds.
Nice. She had to be the older one, I guess.
Marina just means a place where you dock boats. So I am originally from Chicago, which is, thank you. Thanks. Which is the home of Barack Obama, right?
Yo, why?
Our Lord and Savior.
Is this just comedians in general? I feel like, no, they usually have this deadpan shtick, but I really feel like it's just a woman thing. Like, all female comedians, they come out like this and they're just like, what's the deal with airline food? Am I right? You know?
I'm excited about Michelle Obama. I think she's amazing. You gotta talk about her, you know? She's just, you know, she's incredible. She's eloquent, she's got nice arms. You know what really resonated with me with Michelle, too, is like she said this. She said that they always said she talked like a white girl. Like, I get that, because I grew up in a white neighborhood in suburbs of Chicago. Then I moved to a black neighborhood, and it was too late.
Facts. It'd be like that.
I was white.
Facts.
I didn't have any skills. I didn't know how to fight. I didn't know double dutch. That's important. Some people don't know what double dutch is. I tell them it's when you get two Dutch guys and you get in the middle of that.
I get it.
That's what they told me. They used to mess with me. That's my point. Like, I had this one girl that really wanted to fight me, and she was ugly. That's important information. Because ugly girls can fight. She was coming at me all ugly and stuff.
Oh, God.
She didn't care about getting messed up, because all this was already all messed up. And she was coming at me. She's like, who the hell are you? I was like, Marina. She was like, what's that supposed to mean to me? A place where you dock boats. Man, she knocked me out. I remember coming to in the principal's office. The principal was surprisingly white, and I remembered, you know, I'm bilingual.
Bilingual.
I'm gonna use my white voice. She was like, Marina, you never get into any trouble. What happened? I was like, I don't really know what happened.
I'm good though. I'm good,
I mean,
bro.
that Negro hit me.
She had to throw that one in there.
And she got suspended. I didn't. So it worked out that time. Now I live in Harlem, you know, which is,
Wow.
Thank you, yeah. It's
That
great.
one nigga
It's
in the back.
gentrified now, which means there are white people. That's what that means. I try to stay out of trouble, but it always happens. I get in trouble. Like, I had this happen one time on the street. I saw this woman yelling at this child real bad, and I wanted to say, I said something, which I shouldn't have. Like, I would love to have kids, but you see some of the mothers that have kids, and they look like they have lost their minds. So it makes your clock tick and stop. She was just yelling at this child. This is gonna be the child, because I don't have one. And she was just yelling at it. She was like, get your ass over here. I said, get your black ass over here. Get it over here. Now what the hell you crying for? Shut it up. I said, shut it up. I'll pop you in your mouth. Stop calling me mom. I looked at her, I was like, oh my God, you don't talk to a child like that. She looked at me, she was like, what the hell you looking at, huh? You wanna raise my child?
Whoa.
No. You doing a great job.
Facts.
I was scared. I ran 3 long Harlem blocks. They are long. I was like, don't look back, just keep running. But you can't help it. You want to see what's going on. I looked back for just a second. She was still standing there looking at me.
And you know what's funny is the joke's still hitting though. That shit probably funny as hell if it was audible.
You great. Thank you so much, Chicago.
Nah, she got
Howie
it.
Mandel
She
here
got it.
saying thanks for watching, and please click on subscribe, share, enjoy. Do it now. I'm waiting.
I'm chilling, dog. Oh, Amy Scammer. Amy Scammer. Yeah, this one she was
True,
bad.
that's true. Give it up for John Doerr. How? He's cute, right? Would you? I did. So.
I did.
He's a rapist. So I don't know if John asked if anybody's celebrating anything tonight, but I know that I don't care because I have something really big going on. You guys, I finally just slept with my high school crush. Right? That's exciting, right? Thank you. Thank you. But now he like expects me to go to his graduation. Like I know what I'm gonna be doing in 3 years, right? Kids these days, I don't know. No, I would never fuck a kid. That's weird, right? I would never. I shouldn't say never. That's stupid. What if the right one comes along? I'm gonna not do it because I told you strangers? No.
All right,
Fuck
well,
that kid. So.
this joke was not flying in 2024. This was 2021, by the way. Just 3 years ago. This current age, this joke is not flying. She's getting dragged all over Twitter. Promise. It's gonna be 5 different YouTube channels creating think pieces and video articles. I'm telling you.
So my mom's a cunt. So she's always bragging about the dumbest stuff. The other day, she's like, I can still fit in my wedding dress. Like, who cares, right? I mean, it is weird that she's the same size now as she was when she was 8 months pregnant, but I don't know. Why brag, right? I don't see it, but I don't know. I don't want a baby. I see them. They're around. They're running around. I'm like, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Not interested. I'm supposed to. I'm 30. I'm supposed to want to make something with my body, but I'm like, no. I think it's because this is what I do for a living. I get drunk every night. I'm drunk now. But the girls I grew up with, you know, they're living normal adult lives. So they call me and they're like, Aim, I'm pregnant. And I'm still like, what are you gonna do? Like, no. They're like, bitch, we're 30. Like, what?
Yo, I could have knocked
I'm
out
like,
right
I'll
here,
drive
boy.
you. Shh. This is like the most good-looking crowd ever. This is not good for my self-esteem. Don't clap for yourselves. Some people are. Yes, we are gorgeous. We are gorgeous. Well, you know, I know what it's like. We judge each other, right? Like, I walk out here, and right away you guys are thinking, like, oh my God, like, she's so fucking pretty. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is, wow, that's really sweet of you guys. A little Pilates, nothing big, but no, I know what I look like. Like, it's okay. But I'm from New York. Like, I lived there my whole life. But people always think I'm from the Midwest, right? I've got that look about me like I've milked something recently, right?
She do give me
could see it,
Midwest vibes.
It's not easy. Like, I have the body of a woman, but the face of, like, a child orphan. I know that. I have this one friend, Sabina, though. We've been friends forever. She's gorgeous. She's a Ford model. She's dating a professional athlete. And that name's Sabina. That's one of those annoying names you have to be really hot to pull off, right? Sabina, Priscilla. You can't have, like, a bum knee and a lazy eye and be like, I'm Sabina! Like, nice try. We're gonna call you Bertha, bitch, but great try.
That's crazy.
That was cute. Cute stuff. If you're really hot, you can be like, I'm Gorgonzola. What?
Whoa.
I love that cheese. Guys go crazy for her. I never get hit on like that, ever. The only guy who ever approaches me, it's always at last call at the bar. Right? What a rapey time. What a rapey. The lights go on. Men just become vultures. They're pacing. They can only see by heat. They're
What
just
a
like,
huss.
what?
Huss, huss, huss.
It's like zombified in the eyes. I see one walking toward me like a toddler, just learning how to take its first steps.
Just like pointing at his dick, like, here. It's here. I'm like, I'll get us a cab. But, well, it's lonely. Thanks for clapping at my whoredom. I'm not. I make it sound like I'm such a slut. I'm not at all. I've only been with 4 people. That was a weird night.
I'm not laughing
thinking,
at
like,
the video, by the way. I'm laughing because I'm not even laughing. I'm thinking, like, what if I close my eyes and knock out right now? This might be the longest video I've ever uploaded. I promise you.
Do you have any flaws? Okay, yeah, I've got one. I'm racist. No, I'm not. I'm not at all. But like, what's your least favorite ethnicity? Like, least. I love that he's thinking about it. He's like, Pakistanis aren't my fave. That's okay. That's something. That's your business. But racism is real. It's something we need to deal with, you know? I was talking about this the other day. I was hanging out with all my black friends, and I'm like, let's talk about this, you know? And what was she saying? She was like, girl, you know, she was like I couldn't understand her, but she was pissed, you know? Pissed.
Why did she do that? Why did she, she was like, girl, she was like, girl, why did she do the thug shit, why did she do that, bro?
She's like, I'm like, stop yelling, we're not at the movies. But, I love the brothers are going crazy on that
brothers.
one. Thank you. Thank you. I am so glad you guys laughed at that. That does not always work, I'll be honest with you.
Word.
I mean, nothing works 100% of the time, right? Except Mexicans. I've noticed.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, she's
they're always
crazy.
doing something. You guys have been super cool. I'm gonna leave you with this. My sister, my little sister, used to cut herself.
Yo!
How many times do Chinese grocers have to watch white people hold things up and say, dude, what is that? Come on, eat it. You're high. Eat it. It's food.
You know what I mean? And
That
we all
guy's
do it.
funny,
You know, we're
I'm
all
not
like,
gonna
yeah,
lie.
man, I'm 25. Let's do some shots and listen to Foo Fighters get in a bar fight. Ow! And everybody else is like, Grandma, you need to lie down.
We gotta see it through, though.
I know a lot of y'all looking at me like, where's she carrying that big old bag? Why she bring that big old purse?
This is old. Tiffany Haddish, this is old. Hold on.
Why she bring that big old purse with her on stage? Because there's a lot of white people in here tonight, and y'all still. Hate to be honest, but it's the truth. It's how a lot of black people got here. And you ask any Spanish person, they'll tell you. Yeah, they still. This was Mexico. I learned that in white history. So, booyah. I feel like I could talk like this now, because if Donald Trump could say whatever the fuck he wants, so can I. Matter of fact, here's a little secret about me y'all probably don't know right off of seeing me, but if you ever saw my paperwork, you would know this. I'm a white woman. I'm a white woman on paper. The census that came around to my house back in 2010, you know, that's when they count how many black people live in the neighborhood. And they had showed up to my house, and they was like, how many people live in this household? I was like, it's just me. And they was like, what's the nationality? I was like, American. He was like, no, I need to know your race. I was like, for real, that's what we doing? We bringing racism to my front door? That's what we doing today on this day? What are you, colorblind? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, shit. And I went back into my brain. I had a That's So Raven moment, and I had a full-on conversation with myself. I was like, girl, this is your chance. What do you mean this is my chance? Obama said it's time for change. What do you mean he said it's time for change? Girl, you could be whatever you want to be. Well, shit, what should I be? Well, you got a car and you know a gang of Asians. You right, I do got a car and I do know a gang of Asians. We'll put that shit together. I'm Caucasian. He was like, okay. I was like, what? White magic. And I've been a white woman ever since. And my life has been fantastic.
I'm
gonna tell you, 3
Caucasian.
days after I became a white woman on paper, my credit score went up by 300 points. Last year I slept with 87 dudes. Nobody called me a hoe or nothing. They said I was a businesswoman. I'm an entrepreneur. This is a home business. I was able to write my coochie off on my taxes last year. 6 inches of office space. I have meetings in there.
Who the fuck just laughed in my ear like that?
People with this. Sorry, that's some bullshit. I just feel like I can say whatever I want to because it's America, man. Anything is possible. Anything is possible in this country. That is what's so awesome about America. That's why people come from all over the world to be right here. Because only in America you can be whatever the fuck you want to be. When a white man can win 5 gold medals, ass and titties, keep his dick, and win Woman of the Year, you can be whatever the fuck you want to be in America. When a white woman can teach African American studies to the president of the NAACP and don't nobody say shit until her mama and daddy tell on her, you can be whatever the fuck you want to be in America. My cousin, 2-time felon, got out of jail, could not find a job, searched for a job for 9 months. I told her straight up, just check the white box and see what happens. This bitch now works for Homeland Security, y'all.
Yeah.
You can be whatever the fuck you want to be in America. Donald Trump is the president-elect. You can be whatever you want to be. Who knows? In 5 years, I could very well become the next leader of the KKK. And wouldn't that be some shit? I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll change a whole lot of things about the KKK. First off, only rich people can be in it. So it's gonna be full of Asians, I'll tell you that. We wouldn't wear those hoods, We would still wear white, because that looked good on colored skin. But we wouldn't wear those hoods, because that fuck your hairline up, right? So we would wear satin do-rags, because that's nice, and make your hair wave up pretty. Okay, and don't fuck your hairline up. A lot of KKK members got fucked up hairlines. Stress from hate. Hate fuck your hairline up.
I hear it. She's spinning though. I feel it.
We wouldn't do this no more. This right here, fuck your rotator cuff up. This ain't good for your rotator cuff. So we wouldn't do that. We would do this right here. Hey, that's a whole body workout right there. That's good for you. And we'd be like, white magic, fuck that white power, white magic.
7 years ago.
I'm into Harry Potter. And I mean, it's like the Grand Wizard or Grand fucking Wizard, right? That's the head that you knew that shit. That's how I know you got an uncle in it. So get me in there. It's one dick away, not me. I'm just playing, I don't know. Any questions? I have a very vivid imagination, y'all. I got a big imagination because I grew up in foster care. Anybody else grew up in foster care? Make some noise if you was in the system. I'm the only special motherfucker here. All right.
That's crazy.
I'm special. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Like, y'all mamas and daddies had to love y'all. They didn't get paid for it or nothing. They had to love you. Okay? Everybody house I went into from the time I was 11 made money off of me, bitch. I'm valuable. Okay? They made money because of me. I am valuable. The state of California paid a lot of money to make sure I don't die because they knew I was going to be somebody. They was like, that's going to be a white woman one day.
Yo.
We got to take care of her. I'm magical. I don't give a fuck. I remember when I first went into foster care, I didn't like it though. I didn't like it because kids was mean. They see the police come and get us and everything. They used to pick on me. I wanted to play tetherball. That was my game. That was my sport. I just wanted to play tetherball. Y'all remember tetherball? It was a yellow ball connected to the white rope around that black pole. You hit that motherfucker and it feels so good. And sometimes you play your enemy and hit them in the face and their nose bleed and be like, yeah, I run the fucking playground. It's a great game for stress. I got a tetherball pole in my backyard right now. I get stressed, I'm like, fuck. I would go to jail otherwise because I still look black. But still, anyway. I'm just a white woman with a tan. Anyway. I remember I hated it at first because kids used to make fun of me. It was this chick named Keosha. She wouldn't let me play tetherball. She'd be like, Tiffany, only people with mamas and daddies can play. I'd be like, damn, Keosha, we don't even know if that's your real daddy. That's not fair to me. And she'd be like, you can't play. I'd be like, see, this is messed up, Keosha. Just because you 15 in the 6th grade don't mean you get to dictate what goes on the playground. She was like, shut up and go to the back of the line. You're not playing today. Right, so 3 weeks of this bullying, 3 weeks of her picking on me, 3 weeks of her telling me don't nobody love me. It pissed me off. By the 3rd week, I had my very first psychotic break, y'all. I fucking lost it. I was in like, I'm gonna play today. In my life, I'm playing today. She ain't gonna stop me from playing today. I was talking like I was in a Negro spiritual song or something. Like I was in Roots. Well, today's the day. I'm gonna hit that yellow ball today. Get up to the front of the line. She like, Tiffany, only people with mamas and daddies can play. I fucking snapped. I was like, look. You know what? You know what, Kiyoshi? You know what? You know what, Kiyoshi? You know what? You know what, Kiyoshi? Because that's what black women do when they get upset. They repeat themselves over and over and over again. And they throw this hand out here like this because they about to snatch your soul out your body. On some Indiana Jones, Nabi Da Shakti Day type shit. About to snatch your whole spirit out. You got to Kalima your heart. You understand me? I was like, you know what? You know what, Kiyoshi? You know what? You know what, Kiyoshi? You right. You right. I don't have no mama, no daddy. But you know what I do got? You know what I do got, bitch? You know what I do got? You know what I do got, bitch? You know what I do got? You know what I do got,
Real hair.
bitch? I got a judge and a lawyer, ho. Do you got a judge and a lawyer? No, because you're not special. And you know what else I got, Kiyoshi? You know what else I got? You know what else I got, Kiyoshi? You know what else I got? You know what else I got, Kiyoshi? You know what else I got? I got a social worker that come and see me every 2 weeks. Do you got a social worker that come and see you every 2 weeks? No, because you're not special, bitch. And you know what else? You know what else, Kiyoshi? You know what else? You know what else, Kiyoshi? Your mama and daddy been paying taxes since before you was born. And if you die tomorrow, they'll still be paying taxes after that. And you know what them tax dollars do? Pay for my judge and my lawyer and my social worker. So your mama and daddy love me way more than they love you, bitch. She beat the dog shit out of me on that playground. Had me hanging from the tether bar pole. The police showed up. I pressed charges. She ended up with a judge and a lawyer. It felt good. It was like, what goes around comes around. The best part of that whole story is about 2 years ago, I was at Walmart, right? In Puente Hills. And then guess who was working at the Walmart as a greeter? Kiyoshi, old raggedy ass. And she had a dead leg. I was like, look at your ass, Kiyoshi. Look at you. That's what happens to bullies, bitch. Limbs die. That's what you get. And here looking like, yo ho, yo ho. You should have went to Disneyland and got a job, bitch. Tight shoe. I hate that bitch to this day. Sometimes I just want to go over there and spit on her. Then I know I would get arrested as a white woman, because that's what white women get arrested for.
As a white woman, for spitting on a black woman.
Stupid shit. Spitting and killing our husbands. That's all we get arrested for. Any questions?
Any questions? She be
I
spamming
started to
them.
fall in love with foster care though. Once I got in there good and I started moving around, I really started to fall in love with it because I realized how awesome it was. Like my very first foster family, they were Hispanic. They taught me how to speak Spanish. Y mucho gusto, ¿verdad? Me encantan las hamburguesas y los tacos, papi chulo. Comer mi panocha. And I always have fun when I say that in Mexico because the Spanish do go down on me. And they taught me how to cook. I know how to make enchiladas, carne asada tacos, pico de gallo. I know how to make pupusas, tamales, menudo, chata from scratch. They taught me how to cut grass. They taught me how to deliver babies. I know how I can build a house from the ground up, no problem. I know how to do plumbing. I know how to fix anything on a car. I can rebuild a transmission. I can change tires, do the brakes, all that. They even taught me how to install a horn, so I can install that when they go, ba, 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 ba. I know how to do that. They also taught me, I was the lead accordion player in a mariachi band. I was the very first African-American female to play the accordion in a mariachi band. I toured all over Southern California. I did quinceañeras every weekend. Between quinceañeras and bar mitzvahs, I was getting it, okay? And I was doing shows all over LA, and then we went down to Mexico and to Arizona. I was on El Telemundo, El Televisión. Black girl playing the accordion. I was famous, bitch. It was great. And then my foster dad got deported on some weed charges or whatever, which is fucked up, but then I ended up having to go live with some Jews, and I was scared as hell. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I was so afraid to live with them because the Mexicans had told me what the Jews had did to Jesus, and I was like, oh shit, what's gonna happen to me? Because I'm a carpenter and I got curly hair too, what the fuck? Like, but it turns out they were nice and kind people. They were so kind to me. They threw me about mitzvah. They taught me how to speak Hebrew. I'm circumcised now. So it feels good when I walk fast. And And then after being there for about a year, my grandma got custody of me, and that's when I learned how to gangbang and braid hair. So I feel like I'm a well-rounded individual.
She almost had me with the circumcised part. I'm not gonna lie. She almost had me.
Any questions? Anything before I go?
Nah,
Y'all
that
scared?
shit was good.
Your next guest you may recognize from The Daily Show, Flight of the Conchords, or Bob's Burgers. Hey, it's Kristen Shaw.
What?
Yeah.
Is this the mom? Hey.
Hello!
Oh, no, it's Tina.
Let's keep this mother effing giggle coaster going, huh? Woo!
Yo, she just looked like yo, is this Mabel's voice actor too from Gravity Falls? She just give me like EDP bait, you know? I don't know.
Are you mesmerized by my sparkles? Good. Cause I killed a genie to get this jacket. It was only after I had cut the jacket off the genie's dead body that I realized I could simply wish for it. Should have wished for hindsight. Ah, what a conundrum. Feel guilty.
Yo, what is going on?
You're welcome. Don't come find me when that genie ghost haunts you. All right, I got so much to cover tonight. I want to do 2 things. The first thing is I want to try to find Amelia Earhart. 'Cause every day that goes by, I just fear the worst for her. So maybe if we could put our heads together, Canada, we could figure it out. Because I can tell you right now that President Obama does not give a shit. The second thing that I'm gonna do is 2 monologues, 1 regular, and 1 vaginal.
What?
It's gonna get intense. Do I have a 95-minute knock-knock joke? You bet your ass I do. It's gonna start real curious. You're not gonna know who's there. Right?
I hate it, bro.
Then after a journey, if they cut it out of this broadcast, all the people at home know that they're missing out. I've been watching a lot of internet lately. I'm a bit addicted. I can't lie. I'm on the internet every day.
They're chronically online.
When I was young, I would, if I wanted to, explore my sensuality, all I had access to was a poster of Robert Smith above my bed. I mean, that was it. But these days, you can click onto YouPorn and you just get the whole buffet. And I don't know what's going to happen to this generation, but I am afraid that the girls are going to grow up attracted to men without faces.
What?
And that's going to ruin the population. I know I was going to do 2 monologues, but I'm only allowed time for 1 now, because we had so much fun, didn't we? My God. How many people here have seen the vagina monologues?
Oh.
Woo! You were probably in it. I can tell. 'Cause you're like, yes! Vagina monologues! Anyone else? Yeah? Okay, great. I have 2. And when I watched it, I was inspired, and I thought to myself, you know what? There's so many other body parts that we're ashamed of that I should write monologues about. And I penned a set of monologues about one area of the body called the taint. It's called the taint monologues. Now, just so you know, taint is the scientific word for the area between your genitals and your anus. Because it ain't your anus, and it ain't your balls, and it ain't your vagina, it's your taint. Okay, that's the scientific word.
Yo.
And that is why I have penned the taintologues. So, I am going to read one taintalogue for you tonight. I know
bitch need
it's
a pop filter
educational.
on
This
it.
might be a
They
bit of
talking
the
about-
navel gazer. You know, you're gonna be reflecting on this, and I'm so glad. Okay. This is published. Okay, this is in a book. It's in a book, so it's important. My taint is tiny. It's special. It's mine. You can steal my heart, but you are not taking my taint. You can rip apart my dignity, but my taint will remain intact. You can do me in the anus, but just you try to penetrate my taint. I hold on to my taint fiercely because you can't have it. I'll never forget the first time I saw my taint. I was 13. I was in my bedroom with my mother's hand mirror. I was on my back, legs spread, gazing at my treasure, nestled like an island between two black holes. It was a constant between unknowns. I touched my pinky finger to my taint and pretended it was a castaway on Taint Island. My pinky traced its small island quarters and quickly developed rock fever. Pinky jumped frantically for help and caught Ring Finger's attention. He was on his way. Together, they made a home on Taint Island, exploring the parameters back and forth endlessly. But before they could get off the island, my mother walked in on me. She was livid, horrified, annoyed, and most of all, jealous. She grabbed the mirror away from me and screamed, "I don't ever want to see you playing with your taint again!" And I didn't.
What?
For 42 years.
Bitch, how old are you?
4 taint-free decades passed me by. My taint was nothing but a ghost down there, floating silently between my anus and vagina, haunting my prepubescent memories. I know. After my mother died, I had to clean out her house. The first thing I found was that hand mirror. I missed my mom, but now I missed my taint even more. I closed the door to her bedroom and arranged myself on her bed. I was scared of what I might see. Would my taint still look the same? Or would it look as old as my face? I took a deep breath and positioned the mirror between my legs. There it was. It looked exactly the same. A piece of skin stretched between my anus and vagina. I touched my pinky to it. We were reunited. I started laughing and crying and shouting. "I hope you're watching, Mother! I'm playing with my taint! And you can't do anything about it because you're dead!" My taint
She was
was
a
the
great actor.
opposite of dead. It was resurrected. My taint is tiny. My taint is special. But most of all, my taint is my taint. Knock, knock. Just kidding. That's all.
Oh man, she got them jumpers.
Thank you.
She got.
Oh my God.
They look like me.
You're about to be disappointed. I'm very glad to be here. I'm pretty stressed out. I have a 10-year-old son.
Oh.
And already at age 10, we've had multiple discussions on masturbation etiquette.
Oh, at
10 years
10?
old. I was like, please do not knock on mom's door when she's masturbating. That's my time. Get your own apple juice. I'm working on my own juice box. Thank you. I can't believe my son is 10 years old. I remember when he was so tiny, he fit on the front steps of a nearby church. You followed me. I am a single parent, and I don't date much. When I do date, I try to have sex on the first date.
Hey, forward that,
That's
forward
not
that,
even a
forward
joke. I just like to get the word out when there's a crowd and
Forward that.
TV cameras.
Chad, I'm hitting
around,
these.
please.
You hitting these on first date? Be honest.
It's not because I'm promiscuous. It's because I'm efficient. I have to be. My babysitter costs $16.50 an hour. I can't afford to go on dates that don't end in penetration. It is fiscally irresponsible. One time I was on a 5-hour date, and at the end of the date, the guy tried to kiss me goodnight. And I was like, oh, no, you don't. You either take off your pants and join me in my garage, or you give me $82.50 in cash.
Hey, shit, man, shit.
He did both.
Facts.
Nice guy. I'm assuming there's some single parents here tonight. A couple? Yeah. Thanks for coming out here. I appreciate it. The rest of you guys, statistically, many of you will be single parents.
Don't do that.
Sorry. I know you're in a great relationship now, but I have bad news for you. Love dies and children live. Yes,
Damn. That was
I
dope.
hope that joke saved a life tonight. I really do. My son's father is Mexican, and thank you, yes. I was going to name my son Pablo, but then one of my white friends goes, wait a minute, your son already has a Hispanic last name. Maybe his first name should be something more common, if you know what I mean. Yeah, well, I think I know what she meant, because I named my son Mohammed. Yes, it's the most common name in the world.
Fuck.
Mohammed Martinez, that's my son. He's already been accepted into 9 universities. And escorted off of 12 airplanes. It's not easy for that guy. My son is much darker complected than I am, and he's very obsessed with race right now and ethnicity. He goes, Mom, am I white or am I Mexican?
Both,
and I was
nigga.
like, honey, I don't know how to answer that question. Let's ask a cop. They're the experts. And, we did, and it turns out my son is Mexican. So.
Yo, she is funny as shit,
Hispanic
bro.
male, age 9 to 11, backup, I need backup. That's exact words. I would like my son to be fluent in Spanish. That is muy importante to me. Don't
Muy
be intimidated.
importante.
So I make him take a lot of Spanish classes. I also do this thing where I don't let my son speak any English on Sundays. It's a game that I invented, and I call it No Inglés Domingo.
Hey.
No English on Sundays. And how it works is every Sunday, I put my son in a different life-threatening situation, and I make him talk his way out of it in Spanish. Because I believe you can't be fluent in a language until you can plead for your life in that language.
I feel it.
Anyway, a couple of domingos ago, we were on a walk. And we walked by a swimming pool. And my son doesn't know how to swim. So don't get ahead of me. I pushed him in the pool. I said, let's see what you got, Mohammed. Impress Mom, right? And he immediately defaulted to English. He started yelling, help. I know Inglés Domingo. As you can imagine, I was livid. I said, I would love to help you. Dígame en español. So then my son goes underwater to think. It's so quiet under there. If you ever have a chance, give it a shot. And then he just shimmies out like a dolphin, and he goes, ayudar!
Yeah.
Now, ayudar, if you speak Spanish, you know, it is a Spanish word, but it means to help.
Facts.
To help. That's the infinitive. That's unacceptable. Guys, when you're drowning in English, do you yell, to help? It doesn't make sense. So that's not how you drown in Spanish.
Facts.
I said, mijo, you conjugate that verb properly. or you're gonna die. Guess what? He did it. He goes, ayúdame, puta. Oh my gosh, what a Mother's Day. Thank you very much.
What a Mother's Day. Is that Jimmy Kimmel? Oh, Conan. Oops. I feel like, I don't know, that one was kind of funny. I feel like I almost
The thing
laughed.
is, I'm very lucky because in England, the women in my family, they're all Muslim and they all wear the burqa, and it's great
The
because
burqa.
they all use the same passport. In fact, we've saved a lot of money, and my brothers have started to use my mother's pass now as well. But you know what? I don't drink alcohol. It's against my religion to drink alcohol. But I have taken ecstasy.
Oh.
Because it doesn't say anything in the Quran about ecstasy. But I went to America recently, not to blow anything up, just for comedy. And I was walking down this street, and this American woman, she shouted out, "Oi, you Paki!
Hey,
Go back to India!" Now, I know that the Americans are bad at geography, but that is taking the piss. But I was talking to her, she said to me, you know,
I don't get it. Where's Pakistan? Let me see. Let me see. It's not in India? Where is Pakistan? It's in Asia? What? Interesting, chat. You learn something new every day.
love what you do, and I understand everything you're talking about because I used to live in Islam once.
Islam.
But you know, my parents, you know, they really want me to get married, but the thing is that Muslim men don't want to marry me because I speak. But I am quite looking forward to my wedding day, you know. I can't wait to meet my husband. But my friend Julie, she says to me, you know, how can you sleep with someone you don't know? I said, well, you do it all the time.
Spit.
Well, I went to Denmark recently, and I got on the plane with my burqa on, dressed like this, and this woman, she refused to sit next to me. Obviously, she hadn't watched Harry Potter. So I said to her, I'm going to sit on this plane and blow it up. And you think you're going to be safer 3 rows back? But, you know, when I went to America, you know, some people, I obviously, sometimes they get mistaken for a terrorist. And I got stopped at customs in New York. The first question he said was, have you ever grown a beard?
What?
I said, look, I'm an Asian woman. Of course I've grown a beard. Then he said, how often do you have negative thoughts about the USA? I said, well, every time they attack someone, so quite often. And he said, are you affiliated with oil or money? I said, I've got a car and I'm not poor. What, does that make me a terrorist? But you know, they thought that my mum was a terrorist. Now all she does is cook all day. What's she going to do, run a kebab through someone? Now, recently I was in the vagina monologues. Have you got the vagina monologues?
What the hell?
Yeah? Have you heard of vaginas? Yes. Now what happened was, Eve Ensler, who wrote the monologue, she asked me to write a monologue on Muslim vaginas. Because she'd written the book and there wasn't one in the book already, obviously. And she was scared to get killed, so she said to me, will you do it? And I said, yeah, all right. She said to me, can you describe what Muslim vaginas are like? I I said Muslim vaginas are like the Channel Tunnel. It's not that they're long. It's just that there's lots of Taliban trying to get in. I've been Shazia Mirza. Thank you.
I am also doing very well. I'm in love. Thank you. Thank you. I tricked one. I don't know how. He's like, you're not like other girls. I'm like, not yet. My parents like him, which is crazy because my dad's super overprotective. He's got 4 daughters, so he's just like playing dick goalie. You don't have to laugh. He hates that joke too. His biggest fear was that one of us would become sexually active before we're married, and some of us have been activated. So that's... Can't take this back to Best Buy. I spilled some stuff on it. Those keys are sticky. That joke makes me sound like so much more fun than I am. I'm not a good time. Like, I've had sex with 2 people, 4 if you're Christian. Like, I'm not fun. No, I don't do casual sex. All my friends are like, you don't know if you like it. You've never tried it. I'm like, I've also never tried cottage cheese, and I know that shit looks nasty. It's all wet and bumpy. I don't trust it, okay? I had a friend try to convince me of this argument. She goes, you have to try it, Taylor. There is nothing more empowering than just, like, banging a guy and leaving. I'm like, yeah, there is. Have you ever made a dude's mom love you more than him?
Facts.
That is power. I still talk to Sheila.
Yeah, what the fuck? She cooking. She knows her humor.
I was so afraid when I was younger that I would be bad at sex. Now that I'm older, it is so easy to be good at sex, you guys. All you have to do is approach it with the enthusiasm of a child, you know? Just put everything in your mouth. Yes.
Facts.
Yeah. Act like you're 4 and your partner's made of Legos. It is not tough.
Pretty good.
I didn't know if it was going to work out with my boyfriend when we started seeing each other because he is completely fine. He is just good. I don't mean he's perfect. Like, he was in a frat in college. He's basically a rescue.
Wow.
Yeah, I turned his life and his hat around. But he has no emotional baggage whatsoever, and I don't know if I like that. You know those people, they've never been through anything? He goes to bed at night, he's like, oh, good night. He's not like, oh, death. Like, he has none of that. Wakes up in the morning like, oh, it's morning. He's not like, oh, why? Like, he has none of the stuff that I'm working through. He whistles, you guys, recreationally. Just walks around whistling like
so
everything's great. I'm like, do you know who the president is? Like, this is disrespectful and a little suspicious. He's like, I'm in a good mood. I'm like, well, just so you know, every movie I've ever seen, if there's a dude whistling, that guy's the killer, all right? I asked him on our first date, I was like, has anything terrible ever happened to you? And he thought about it for a minute. He's like...
That's a good question.
You know that face white guys make where they're like, oh, I guess it has been pretty good. Like the whole time, hot dog, thanks Jesus. Like, they're just stoked. And after a minute, he goes, honestly, no. And I was like, oh my God, because now I have to be the terrible thing that happens to him. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Was gonna do it anyway. I'm crazy, all right? I want to be the one. Doesn't matter which one. There are a lot of ones you can be. You can be the one they marry, the one that got away, or the one that set their car on fire. It doesn't matter. Wow. Just remember me, all right? Positive or negative, Hall of Fame, Hall of Shame, as long as my picture's on the wall. Understand? Yeah. I want to be a good thing. I want to be the reason he quits drinking. But if I'm not, I'm going to be the reason he starts. If I'm not your happy ending, I will be your turning point. Okay, I can feel some people turning on me. So, I'll tell you one last thing. I didn't realize how easy my boyfriend's life has been until recently when I found out he's never had sex in a car before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, now we're back on Team Taylor. I'm like, never? He's like, no, but I'm down. I'm like, you're down? We're not brainstorming. Like, we have a home.
Fuck.
Like, do you want to have sex in a car? He's like, I mean, sure, that sounds kind of hot. And I was like, oh, hop in, Speed Racer. Let's kill a dream.
Facts.
Because anybody who's had car sex knows what I know, that
That's
car
just
sex
uncomfortable.
is for children or criminals. It is for people outside the law with nowhere to go. If you've never had sex in a car before, that means you've always had a place to bone. That is the epitome of privilege, and I don't care to know you. If your ribs have never been bruised by a center console, we have nothing to say to each other. You guys are great. Thank you so much.
Nice. W.
I haven't been laid in a while.
Hey, please make me
No,
laugh, bro.
I know, that's a lot to tell an audience that doesn't know me. But you know, if I don't tell you, how am I gonna get laid? Right? You gotta put it out there in the universe so it comes back.
I mean, it's probably his damn haircut.
I can't. It's just I'm doing something different than I've ever done before. I am getting to know men before I sleep with them.
Oh.
Don't do that. Because, oh my, can they talk you out of it?
Actually true.
No, it's amazing when you just listen for a second. You'll be like, no, you cannot have this. Like, I had this one guy tell me he was gonna take the bus to my house. The bus. I was like, this ain't no bus. Okay?
This ain't no bus pussy.
This is special. It's special. And you're gonna take the bus to it? He even said he was gonna transfer to another bus.
Bruh.
Thank you guys for laughing at that. No, because I did this in Wisconsin. Apparently, they all ride the bus there. Oh, it was quiet. They were offended. I had one lady, she's like, oh, she's fancy. Fancy lady doesn't ride the bus. I don't. So this is what I talk about, you know, my relationship, because my friends won't listen anymore. But I have you. So, like, politics I'm not good at on stage, and I wish I was. I'm not good at it. You know, and I have guilt about not talking about politics. I have what's called black guilt. I know some of you don't know what to do with that. But it's happening. You know, times are changing. It's when you're black and you haven't done enough. You feel it, you know. Like, I need to do some marching. I need to get a good marching. It's just my allergies are really acting up. I'm more of a seasonal protester. Thank you.
Nah, she almost cooked me, bro.
I could do more. Like the Women's March, I wanted to do the first one in D.C. I wanted to do that, but I have a weak bladder. And I knew the lines for that bathroom were gonna be long, and they were. They said they were historically long lines. You know, when looking back in history, a picture of me just waiting in line for the bathroom, that's not what I want, you know? Or straddling a bush because I couldn't make it. Just looking at my girlfriend like, this is our moment! And I'm still peeing. I drink a lot of water. I'm just saying I could do more, and I realize that I don't do enough. And I think it's age, too. I'm older than I look. You know, I'm black, so you'll never know.
Facts.
But it's happening. It's setting in where you say the wrong things, you don't know stuff. I'm not as woke as I should be, and it's embarrassing. Like, I've been messing up on my pronouns lately. Because I met someone who was not a guy or a girl. They were a they, which is how they wanted to be referred to, and that's important. Like, I care about that. It's just, it's new to me. And in a sentence, structurally,
Facts.
It makes me sound like a runaway slave. Like, where they at? They's coming? They down by the river.
Nah.
They gonna be mad at that joke. Thank you.
They coming? Nah, that shit almost cooked me, bro. Listen, I'm cheating through these. I guess. I mean, I'm not laughing, so it's not really cheating, but fuck, do I want to, bro?
Nästa komiker. Hon har blivit utsatt för trakasserier och hot. Men hon har inte låtit sig nedslås av det. Hon har visat med sin vilja och charm att skratt och humor är bästa vapnet. Det här är min drömgäst. Ge en stor applåd för Shazia Mirza!
Why does she do that?
It's really great to be here in Stockholm Live. I'm from England, and in England we don't know much about Sweden. All I know is Sven-Goran Eriksson. So I came here with very low expectations. But you know, when I first came to Sweden, I got a lot of abuse. Like, I was walking down the street, and people kept saying that I looked like the elf from Harry Potter. Now, I was walking down the street and people kept shouting, Dobby, Dobby. Now, I thought, who the fuck's Dobby? So I went to watch the film, and I wasn't pleased. But you know, sometimes people send me hate mail. I get a lot of hate mail from Muslim men. I had this email last week. It said, you do comedy. You're a prostitute.
What the fuck?
Yes, I had to point out to him, you know, prostitutes earn more money.
How's it going?
But what he doesn't realize is that I'm now using him as material. So effectively, he's my pimp. But you know, sometimes people ask me really silly questions, you know. They say to me, why does your mother walk 5 steps behind your father? And I say, you know, well, he looks better from behind. But actually, these days, the women are walking 5 steps in front of the husbands because of the landmines. Now, the thing is, I'm very lucky because in England, the women in my family, they're all Muslim and they all wear the burqa, and it's great because they all use the same passport.
Yeah, we've seen this one. They said they never seen an Asian woman pregnant. We have it here. I don't think I've ever seen a pregnant Asian like lady in public though, for real. Like, I probably have. I just don't pay no attention.
Anymore.
Netflix is a joke. Interesting. Please, bro. I've had enough, man. I've had enough. The joke was to make the video long on purpose, but it's getting too long.
Have you seen
Pause.
these commercials for tiny pieces of chocolate for women? Like, Dove My Moments. Lindorf Truffles. They're all the same. It's a woman alone in a hurricane of brown satin sheets. And she bites into the tiny piece of chocolate and she's just like, thank you.
Hey, yo.
What? No, Hershey's? How pathetic do you think our lives are? The only way I'm gonna climax is by eating your shitty piece of chocolate?
For real. Like Hershey's, by the
You
way.
don't condescend to men that way in man food commercials. Man food commercials are fun. It's broad daylight. There are multiple people around. There are no CGI butterflies flying out of anyone's coochie. I want them to do a commercial for the men and see how the men feel. Like, Taco Bell should do a commercial for that taco with the Dorito shell. And it's just a man locking himself in his janitor's closet at work. And he's just like,
I've had enough, bro. I've had enough.
I don't
We
know
got
about
Tiffany
y'all,
Haddish.
but
Let's go. Get me out of here, bro.
I grew up in foster care. Anybody else grow up in foster care?
No.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay, some other people in here abandoned, abused, and shit. That's what's up. You know how to move real fast, throw your clothes in trash bags, and get the fuck out to the next place. And that's coming in handy in this economy right now. Going into foster care, it changed my life. A lot of people say, Tiffany, why do you do comedy? You so pretty. You should be a model or an actress or something. And I'm like, girl, please, I got a lazy eye and I can't read that good, so. And I used to get in trouble in school all the time for talking too much. I just love to talk. I love to talk. That's probably
She really is Cat Williams, bro. This is crazy.
why I can't keep a relationship. I talk too motherfucking much. Oh, well, I can suck dick, though. Just pull your dick out. I stop talking. You understand? You just gotta have $1 million. That's all you got. Come with it. You bitches suck dick for less, huh? Okay. Anyways, my grandma, my grandma ended up raising me, and I used to get in so much trouble. And she told me that as a woman, I gotta think of myself as a house. I was like, what, Grandma? She said, yeah, every woman need to think of herself as a house.
Yeah.
Now, it's one thing you got to remember, baby.
It's the... Like, what the fuck?
Every man wants to come inside your house.
Whoa.
But you can't be having all kind of men going in and out your house all the time, because then you'll be known as a crack house, and you don't want to be that bitch. You don't want to be the crack house. So keep it clean and keep the grass cut. Because you don't want people walking by thinking you got an abandoned house.
I'm gonna let this one play out, bro.
Not getting drunk and stuff, because somebody...
Was it funny? Yes. Was that a pity laugh? Not really, bro. I'm gonna give it to her. This was funny. I'm gonna give it to her, bro. I almost got caught a few times, so it's about time.
We'll break into your house, baby, right through the back door. They're breaking right through the back door.
Hey, yo.
And once you find a man that loves you and care about you, he'll go ahead and he'll sign that paperwork. And he'll put a ring on your finger and he will buy that house.
Oh.
And she said, it's certain things that you're going to have to do once you find you a man to buy that house. And I want to know, ladies, in the audience, how many of y'all got a husband, got you a man that's taking care of you, that love you? So the rest of you bitches is renting on and lonely as fuck, huh? Section 8 in your shit. I ain't mad at you. But Granny said there's certain things you're gonna have to do on a daily basis that you ain't gonna feel like doing every day. But baby girl, as long as you do this one thing every day, your man will always stay in your house. Know what I mean?
How does she keep doing that?
I said, Grandma, what you talking about? What you talking about? She said, baby girl, you gonna have to kiss that banana every day.
Hey, yo.
I said, Grandma, that's nasty. He probably don't even wash his banana every day. What I look like kissing his banana every day? She said, baby girl, it might be nasty, but bitch, I ain't lonely. See here, huh? And I want to know from the fellas, by round of applause, is this true? If you could receive oral satisfaction on a daily basis, if you could wake up every morning and your woman was sucking the wrinkles out of your balls, would you be a happier man? Would you be more willing to provide? If you want to get your dick sucked tonight, make some noise!
Cause look, no matter what you say, bro, look at this nigga, bro. No matter what you say, bro, even if you say no, just think about it. What else could you have? You feel me? You can have a girl that might understand you emotionally a bit better, but she's not giving you neck every day. Come on, bro. I'm talking about waking up to the dome every day. That's dedication, bro. That's love.
You hear that, ladies? That's some bullshit, ain't it? They don't realize how hard it is to suck dick every fucking day. It is not easy to suck dick every goddamn day. It is a lot of work on your jaws. Have you ever sucked a dick before, sir? That one time when y'all was caught up in Korea, right? Look.
Yeah.
One time a dude at a show, he was like, well, it ain't easy to eat coochie every day. Bullshit. All you gotta do is put your face right there, go blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Mama said, yeah. Easy. sucking dick, you gotta have hand and eye coordination. You gotta watch your teeth and shit. You gotta keep the rhythm. You gotta. That shit is bullshit. I got carpal tunnel in my throat right now, bitch. My sciatica is all fucked up. It's horrible.
Nah, she got it, bro. That's the vid, man. That's the fucking vid. Wow. I could have kept going. I could have kept going longer. She caught me, though. I'm not gonna lie. That one was funny as hell. But that's the video, man. If you like the video, like the video. If you like the video, subscribe. At issues.tm on Instagram. Issues versus the world.com. Maybe we can talk some fire pieces. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.